Communication is a negotiation. That has a lot packed into it. Uh, the main thing that a lot of people miss is that you don't have to talk about anything. If someone comes up and tries to get you to talk about this, that, other thing, and there's no reason to, and you go and talk about it anyway, you're probably wasting your time. A variation on communication as negotiation is that the response you get is the meaning of your communication. A lot of people have it in their heads that communication is about jamming a message into someone, and that doesn't work. When people tell you things, if you don't believe it, if you don't want to hear it, you don't have to. This is a fundamental fact about audiences that a lot of people get wrong. And where this comes up in a lot of, especially online arguments, but it can come up in individual arguments too, is when someone starts this sort of accusation parade, this diversion parade, where they just throw all this crap out about you or about your cause or about whatever the topic is, and it's just a line of hooey. Very often, people will make the mistake of following up on that diversion, and they start trying to deny the diversion. No, that's not true. No, actually, I am blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden, you're talking about yourself. Because why? Because they just made some crap up. If you don't actually follow the diversion, if you identify the diversion for what it is and maybe mock them for it and dismiss it like the leaves and the wind that they are, a lot of people get very upset. A lot of people suddenly decide that they're actually in charge of the conversation. And when it repeatedly fails, they will often just sort of get addicted and stuck. They will continue hammering, and again, that starts the spiral parade. Once the spiral parade's on, the argument is over, and the people who are here trying to jam a narrative suddenly find out the narrative's not going anywhere. And a lot of people get upside down on that. And see the video about the two moral systems that explains how that can happen. But they get upside down where they sort of get it in their drive that whatever I say must be true. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Communication is negotiation. If I don't want to talk about it, I'm not gonna. And if that's a problem, tough. And that's kind of the beginning and the end of that basic technique. Uh, it gives people powers they don't think they should have. A lot of people don't understand how easy it is to take control of the narrative. And it comes down to you don't have to talk about anything you don't want to. So if you don't want to, don't. Don't waste the time defending yourself trying to contradict their goofy theories. Like that guy in the Big Fish said, what you think of me isn't really my business. So go ahead. So communication is negotiation, and the response you get is the meaning of your communication. So don't sit there and pretend that blowing off the response is going to help.